let me ask you a question. What does a four-sided look like? What is this? Just a
Square.
Rectangle.
If it's three-dimensional, it is a cube or you put something in it, you got a box, sure. So most of us, when we're thinking of something, we think inside the box. To achieve greatness, what do you have to do?
Think outside.
Outside the box, exactly. Well, George knows how to do that. He's an avid reader. He's an out-of-the-box thinker. He's a past Division A governor. He's a motivational speaker, and he's a philosopher. Today, he is speaking out of the Competent Communicator Manual, speech number 5, Your Body Speech. He's going to give you some tips and ideas on how to achieve greatness. Please welcome George Casey and his speech, 5 to 7 minutes. Remove the pieces. George Casey.
Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Once upon a time, a long time ago, long time ago, there was a man who created this wonderful piece of art. And everybody marveled over this piece of art. They were inquiring how this man was able to create such a great piece of art. Well, that man answered the question like this. He said, the piece of art already existed within the block of marble. He said, the only thing I did was merely remove the pieces that didn't belong. Remove the pieces that didn't belong. Ladies and gentlemen, I tell you today, I believe everyone in this room, everyone who's ever graced the presence of this earth has greatness inside them. Everybody was designed for greatness. The only thing we have to do is simply remove the pieces that don't belong. Now, what are those pieces that don't belong, you ask? I have 3 specific things, and if you listen real closely, you might be able to catch a 4th or a 5th one. But the 3 things that I believe everyone has to remove in order to discover the greatness that lies within them are worry, fear, and doubt. Worry, fear, and doubt. Let's start with worry. I believe on a day-to-day basis, there's always something for us to worry about. How many people ever go out to the mailbox, and on the way to the mailbox, they worry, am I going to see a bill in here that I can't afford? Am I going to receive a bit of bad news? Worry. We're always worrying. There's always something to worry about. But this is what I've discovered about worry. I've worried throughout my lifetime. But if you ask me to this day, some of the things I've worried about, I couldn't tell you. Because those worries have come and gone. As all worries come and go. And I always say this, why worry about something twice? You may worry about something that will never happen. And if that's the case, you worried twice. You've worried twice. So you have to be able to remove that little bit of worry that is easy for all of us to do. Whether it's worrying about our kids, worrying about how our future will turn out. You have to remove those pieces that don't belong. The next thing we have to remove fear. Now, fear can sometimes be an innate part of all of us. But we have to go past that fear. We have to remember, as 2 Timothy 1:7 says, that we were not given the spirit of fear, but of power and love and a sound mind. These were the things we were given. Not worry, fear, and doubt, but sometimes we get caught up on fear. The things that could happen, the things that might happen, the things that may never happen. But we fear those things. We fear those things. See, they say the opposite of fear is courage. The opposite of fear is courage. But is it? If we were never given the spirit of fear and we decide to take that route anyway, what is the opposite? Sometimes in life, you have to feel the fear, and you have to do it anyway. When you begin to move past your fear, when you begin to move past your worries, then you'll start discovering a little bit of that greatness that's already in you. You know, one of my favorite things as a kid was to put together a puzzle. And I tell you, it was definitely always an evening of family fun as we would break out the puzzle and we would begin to spread the pieces out all over the place. And then we would begin to put that puzzle together. There's only one way we were able to put that piece of puzzle together: by looking at that box, by looking at the picture on the box. This is how we become the great people that we are. It starts with the vision. And see, everyone has to begin to increase their vision of who they are. In order to become who you are intended to be, you have to have that vision. They say without a vision, our people will perish. That's very true. That's very true. So you have to have that vision. And not only do you have to have that vision, but you have to begin to commit to that vision. Begin to remove those pieces that don't belong. Now the next thing, I think this is one of the most important, is doubt. See, doubt is one of those things that can creep up like weeds. Has anyone ever seen a beautiful garden that's been overtaken with weeds? The doubt in our lives acts as those weeds. It acts as those weeds. It suffocates the greatness that's in us. The doubt. You have to remove that doubt. And a lot of times where we get that doubt is the people we choose to hang around. The people we allow in our inner circle that tells us what they believe is not possible for our lives. And we adopt that doubt as our own. But here's one thing I want you to remember. Just like that gentleman I spoke about earlier, and by the way, his name was Michelangelo. That statue he created was the statue of David. This is what I believe. I believe we're all artists. And if you ever watch an artist only reveals to the world the picture that he holds near and dear to himself. Whether it's writing something on a canvas or creating a statue of David, we're all artists. And as artists, you have to be careful who you allow to sit on your front row. Be mindful of who you allow to sit on your front row to enjoy the gift that's put inside you that you recreate for the rest of the world. So these three things, ladies and gentlemen, fear, worry, and doubt in life, we have to begin to remove the pieces that don't belong. I welcome you to greatness.